Welcome to the Vanilla to Vixen podcast. This show contains adult content, so if you are under 18 or easily offended, please switch off now. Mr. and Mrs. N are not qualified relationship counsellors. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Now the disclaimer is out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey from Vanilla to Vixen.
Welcome to episode 187 of Vanilla to Vixen. We are your hosts, Mr. and Mrs. N, also known as
the Naughty Couple.
Hello, Mrs. N.
Hello, Mr. N.
Today in the studio we have the amazing Tina Vonteese banging her microphone.
Not in that way.
Hi, and welcome to the awards ceremony online chat. Oh shit, I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah, you've got the wrong.
You're in B2B, Tina.
This is Vanilla to Vixen.
I've been tag teamed tonight. I'm supposed to be in two places at the same time. It's not a problem because I'm going to do that one on Monday.
Okay.
So it's not a problem.
So you're at the awards. Tell everybody about these awards.
Oh, right. Okay. So, shameless promotion time. As a ambassador, basically, they take place in June the 26th. There are only a handful of seats left for the Athena. It is sold out, near as damn it. It celebrates everybody in the community, or should I say the naughty hobby, and it's not all about the high rollers, it's about real people, grassroots people, activists, supporters, those people that don't normally get celebrated.
And all dynamics
totally
everywhere.
It's totally the most inclusive show on the road. And I say, being in Leicester, it's so accessible, which is fantastic. And, you know, it's just lovely to see so many people this year applying for, you know, a chance at getting recognised and an accolade. Last year we had, in all honesty, probably about 20 or 30 people, candidates. This year there's about 300.
Wow, that's awesome.
You know, I think it's amazing to think that something that started as someone's dream has become, as I said on another particular thing, you know, last year it was like, oh, right, here we go, another awards ceremony, there's something really interesting. I'll go along anyway because I love the building, because Athena is just an amazing building.
It is beautiful.
And as I likened, it is directly opposite what was the first swingers club in Leicester, which was G-Spot. And at the other end of the street, there is a large new residence being built. In actual fact, it's a building that was destroyed during the Second World War. Somebody pressed the button, and as was said at the time, I see that the factory at the end of the road got a bashing and G-Spot didn't. So, you know.
That's because they can never find it.
Well, this was it. You see, this is exactly it. And in the process, they missed the Athena. So
I saw another kind of creature in Athena. I watched E.T. many years ago.
Well, I will confess I have as well. You know, in the days when you could get, you know, little person would come round in the interval with a large tray full of ice creams, which actually ties in very nicely with something we're going to be talking about later, with the usherette.
Yeah.
You're looking very, very confused.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Rocky Horror Picture
Oh,
Show.
that little weekend that something crazy is happening.
Which we'll talk about in a bit. Right, meanwhile...
We'll just quickly tell everybody what's going on this episode. We have got a double whammy of guests. We've got the amazing Tina Vonteese, and we've got two amazing hosts from two amazing parties who have come together to make LOVE events.
Yes.
That's Wilma and Fred and Jim and Sarah.
Yes, we've got the ladies.
It's all the ladies.
All the ladies tonight.
I'm totally outnumbered.
Oh, and you love it.
All the single ladies.
All the single ladies.
There's a song in that somewhere.
Oh, yes. So we'll be going to those in just a moment. I've got to read out this little joke.
Okay.
This little story that was sent in to me by Gooseman90. Gooseman90, okay? Big call out to him. And he says, what's the difference between a lentil and a chickpea? He says, I've never paid £200 to have a lentil on my face.
Oh, no. No.
That's actually really good for a change.
Don't encourage him.
Do you know what? Send some more of those in. You'll have your account banned in no time.
Thank you, Gooseman. Next week we'll go back to Sir John's joke box.
Yeah.
They are right. They are really good, actually. I was driving through town listening to the podcast the other day, and your joke came up, Sir John, and I...
Did you have a little titter?
Yeah,
I was laughing my socks off, and I thought, shit, concentrate.
So, Tina, can you tell us what's going to be coming up later on in the show? What's going to happen is we're going to get Wilma and Sarah on the show, but then we're going to come straight back to Tina back here in the studio, otherwise known as the garden shed. Careful.
Oh, look, you've got a St Andrew's cross on the front of your shed now.
Shh, gives it all away. So it's on Google Maps.
How interesting.
So are you going to tell the lovely listener what is coming up later on in the show?
So coming up later, on the back of this weekend's small soiree we hosted at the Attic.
I've heard about that. It's the last days of Rome.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, it was just fantastic. But we're going to be talking about our next event, which is very graciously being hosted at your venue, at V2V. Yes. You've opened the doors to us. You've let us come in, and we will be coming. And that's on Friday, the 24th of April. Yeah. And we've got a nice little theme with that one.
Oh, this is going to be special. If you're listening to this and you've never been to a club before, this whole weekend, this is going to be the one. So no matter what you're doing, just forget about it. Forget about it, because this weekend, it's the 50th anniversary.
Well, it's now here's an interesting one with Rocky Horror.
Yeah,
I've been doing a little bit of homework. It's had more anniversaries than it can have anniversaries for.
No.
So, bizarrely, everybody, if you are in the area of the Naughty Pineapple Land, which is Leicester, the first UK tour of the Rocky Horror outside of the West End of London, and obviously the American ones, because they always do things differently. Let's not get into politics. Was actually at the Haymarket Theatre.
No.
Really?
First time out? No way.
Wow.
The first time out was, wait for it, 1979.
I nearly revealed how old I was.
You nearly did, and so did I actually
And it was launched at the Haymarket Theatre as an actual nationwide tour.
Wow.
And it went on such salubrious locations as Wolverhampton, and then toured all around the country to Edinburgh and all the way around the UK.
Was it a hit by then? Because I know originally the Rocky Horror, it flopped, didn't it?
Right.
It would have been the very kind of first of its kind.
So the show
Yeah.
started in 1973 at the Waverley Theatre in London, and it was a throwback and a kickback to the wanting to do the shock, glam rock,
Yeah.
and push the envelope with social norms at the time. And it was a gentleman called Richard O'Sullivan, otherwise known as the Riff Raff, or
the man from the Crystal Maze.
The man from the Crystal Maze.
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
And it was bizarre, actually, because he was looking, in his mind, he got the whole creation of Rocky Horror in his head. And he bumped into a guy as he was walking outside of a gym, and he was looking for a bodybuilder that could sing. Wow. Because he was looking for someone to play the lead of Rocky, which was the beautiful creation by this mad professor. And he bumped into a guy called Tim Curry.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah. And Tim Curry had heard about the production, so he knew that Richard was going to be hawking around the area looking for actors and things, because they had like an underground network. It's a bit like swinging, really. It's sort of, well, if you go here, you might meet so-and-so. If you go to that club, you might meet so-and-so.
Yeah.
So it was from that Tim Curry turned around and said, well, I'll do it.
Wow.
And their combination of those two people, together with some other amazing unsung heroes, created the first theatre show.
Wow.
And it had a quiet underground success. Then it started to sort of build its following, and it did quite a few shows in London. And then in the 1970s, an American record producer got a film producer sort of got wind of it and thought this would make a great movie, similar to the themes of things like Clockwork Orange, and it was all of those sort of edged movies that were different.
Yeah.
Almost like an alternative scene.
Yeah. There's a term used for it, and I haven't written it down and I can't remember it, but basically it was to sort of, shock at the same time and thrill and open up lots of questions, which is bizarrely a lot of people enjoy the Rocky Horror. But anyway, needless to say, the film itself was a mild success, but in America it bombed. Yeah. And it became a cult B-movie, late night, midnight movie show thing that would get put on to fill in the calendars in movie theatres late at night, before the days of Betamax and VHS and constant 24-hour television. Yeah. And it was from there that people kept going, and it became a ritual and a cult thing. And people would then turn up, then they'd start repeating some of the lyrics and shouting them back and things like that. And that's where it built its following. Then people started to dress up as a tribute. Then there were live mime shows at the front of the stage going on at the same time as the movie was playing, and one thing led to another. And that's where a lot of the cult status came from. And that was the film that was released in 1975, I believe. And to date, believe it or believe it not, the live show, how many people do you think have watched it? Oh. The live performances?
That's a tricky one.
Seems like 1973.
Yep.
You've got to be talking millions.
Oh, yeah, millions. How many? 35 million people have watched attended the Rocky Horror Picture Show in one stage form or another.
35 million?
Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it?
Famous narrators: Emma Bunton, Ade Edmondson.
I didn't know he'd done it.
No,
Stephen Fry.
Okay.
I knew Stephen Fry. I knew Emma Bunton. Yeah. She did it shortly after the Tintin Out, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I worked for Tintin Out. So.
Oops.
No name dropping.
No name dropping, dear. Pick it up.
Jason Donovan, he did the last tour, and he's on the current system the current tour as well at the moment.
I didn't know
which
he was still
reopens on the 6th of April in, guess where? Oh, surprise, surprise, Leicester. I think they're doing the Edinburgh Playhouse beforehand for a warm-up, but then they're sort of this year's tour of the Rocky, which is, you can't even say the 50th now, because when you look at 1973 when it first came out, it's way past that now.
So why is it being like advertised as the 50th?
Well, they're doing something about revivals and also celebrating when the movie came out. So the movie was published in 1975, but it went on general release in 1976, which would explain the 50.
50 years, yes.
So you've got the movie, but you've got the show beforehand.
Yeah.
So there are, for example, showings, I think, at De Montfort of the movie to celebrate 50 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense.
I believe that a couple of the original cast are attending that one for a bit of a, show and tell, meet the celebrities things.
Oh, wow.
Which is lovely.
That's cool.
I don't think Tim Curry himself is because, and I really do hope he gets better, but
poorly,
he's not been particularly well recently.
No.
But he's made quite a few sort of appearances on media. Which is lovely. So anyway, that's all of that malarkey. So
I'd be interested to know how much it cost to buy a ticket to see the live show in 1973.
That's a very good
compared
question.
to how much it is today.
Let's find out. So the tickets now are about £60.
They're about £60 each, aren't they now?
I'm going to actually find out.
just talk amongst yourselves now. Right, about this vacuum. Now, I came round here to sell you that vacuum cleaner.
Has it got good suction?
It's got excellent suction. It's very, very good for pet hair as well.
Jolly good.
You still there? You found it yet?
I'm just working on it.
So anyway, talking about your club, NCP car parks. Oh, that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it?
So that's been in the news this week, hasn't it?
I know, bless them.
Yes.
But luckily your car park's fine because yours is not one of the ones that's affected.
No. So for any of the listeners that haven't heard the news, some of the NCP car parks across the country have gone into administration and are closing down. Luckily for us, the NCP car park on Newdigate Street, which is
Nuneaton.
in Nuneaton.
Did you call it Newdigate Street?
Yes.
As in Newdigate.
As in
It is Nudie.
Newdigate.
Newdigate.
Yes.
We have a sexual health clinic right next door to us.
What, on Newdigate?
On
Newdigate
And
Street.
the Swingers Club
And
on
the Swingers-
Newdigate.
You couldn't write it, could you?
I know. Well,
It's pure filth.
It is.
I wonder if they'll rename it Naughtygate.
But yes, we're lucky enough that it isn't going to affect the
Yeah, and if you use the
car
app and everything,
park.
I checked and I used the app.
Yeah.
And the app's fine. Everything's working fine.
Yes.
So there's
Yeah,
no
it's
hassle,
all
no
good.
stress, no worry,
So
which is really...
you don't need to worry. So if you are driving when you come into the club, when you put in your sat-nav, put in the NCP car park at Newdigate Street in Nuneaton, and the club is right at the back of the car park.
Okay, the big question now.
Oh, did you find?
How much?
Before we go to Wilma and Sarah,
Yeah.
okay, we're going to do the big question.
Yeah.
Okay, how much do we think tickets were to the 1973 tour of Rocky Horror Picture Show? So bear in mind, they're £60 each now, roughly, give or take.
£1.25.
Oh, I was going to say
£1.25, okay.
probably £4.
You're well out, Mrs.
Am
N.
I well out?
Tina's very close. They were 80 pence for a standard ticket.
No way!
Wow.
80 pence for a standard ticket, which when you kind of adjust that for inflation, that's the equivalent of 10 or 12 quid
Wow.
today.
Wow. It just goes to show how they marketed for an alternative audience at the time.
Yeah.
And thought, do you know what? It doesn't really matter. As long as we break even,
Yeah.
we're happy.
Yeah.
And look what's happened.
I know.
And
Well,
if you wanted to go and see the film, the original tickets at the cinema for the film was 70 pence or $2 in America.
blimey. That's insane.
Oh, in those days, you could have gone to the Watney's Red Barrel Bar at the ABC in Leicester. Oh, did you ever go in that cinema? I went in there quite a few times.
I can't remember if I ever went to the
I
ABC. I
think
think
I
I probably
watched-
did at some
It
point.
was opposite the Haymarket Theatre.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I watched Batman.
And
I'm
it had
pretty
these
sure I've been
really
in there.
strange concrete shapes inside that make it look like a moonscape in the bar. And I look back on it now and I smile. I think to myself, they're the sort of things you'd see in a bloody sex club. The shapes were sort of positively...
If anyone's got those in their backyard,
No.
perfect. Right, without further ado, we're going to introduce now, we're going to skip across to our other guests. This is the amazing Wilma and Sarah.
Hey.
Hi,
Hi, everybody.
How are you
Hello,
doing?
everyone.
It's so nice to see you both.
So good to see you
Lovely
guys.
to be here.
How have you been?
Busy, I'd say. Busy, I'd say, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. We've been busy bees. We have.
You have. You've gone from like these hosts that just did like parties and then you did like a social, and now you're like this massive conglomerate host that everybody knows, and you just like doing like camping things and all sorts, and it's like massive. And now you're hot wives as well.
Yes. First time for me for being not first time actually experiencing it, but first time hosting a hot wife event, definitely.
Yeah, same for us too. I think in terms of busyness, me and Sarah said to ourselves last year, right, we'll do one thing a month. And then we ended up with 14 between us, didn't we?
I don't know how it happened. I don't know. We're not very good at sort of managing ourselves in that way, are we?
Well, tell us.
Tried to be really strict with ourselves this year and try and stick to one a month, which we're not doing too badly at the moment.
All right,
at the moment, we're good. We're doing well. We're doing one a month. We're doing good.
Well, tell us all about it, because we know for a fact that you have been doing some events at the Mirage.
Oh, yes. We did. We hosted an event called the Black and White event last year. And I think it was their biggest starter event ever that they've had, with the amount of people that turned up for it. And it was epic. It was just a massive party full of truly liberated souls of all sort of sexualities, all ages, just everybody, so inclusive. Everybody was welcome. We had strippers on show. We had pizza.
Can we tell the stripper story? Can we tell the stripper story?
Definitely tell the stripper story. Yes,
oh my God, please tell it.
So we'd booked these strippers through this website. Everything was legit. We'd gone through, picked the ones we wanted. Yes, so-and-so was available. We got them. They looked great.
Are these male strippers or female strippers?
One of each. We did one of each.
Okay.
So we were paying a deposit to the people, and then we paying the stripper on the day. And the weather wasn't great, so you'd been in communication, one of them loads, to try and find it, hadn't you?
Yeah.
And so we'd booked somebody who what I said would have been a very tidy 30-year-old max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brunette, I think, as well. And this is for the female first. Turned up. I would have said that she was in her 50s. She'd got a washed out, like cheerleader outfit on and looked like she smoked every day in her life. And we're like, oh my God, I can't do it. I'm like, and I chickened out, didn't I, Sarah?
You did.
Thought, Sarah, just pay her. Just pay her. Pay her and tell her to go. And then we're like, oh my God, the next one's going to be the same. The next one's going to be the same. And lo and behold, instead of a 6 foot muscly ripped guy, we got someone who was about 5'5", about 20 years older than we expected, came with his duffel bag of kit, covered in horrific tattoos. So actually, she was quite key with this one. Rather than offend him, she told him that we'd booked someone completely of a different race, so that she did it because we didn't have to feel rejected. And I was like, oh, sorry, we were looking for this. And he was like, they told me to come. And we will fully admit we got well and truly ripped off, didn't we, Sarah?
But it wasn't the people who arrived's fault, and we paid them fully for their time, their travel and everything. We didn't cop out.
Yeah, it was the company. We made the mistake of the company, but you can tell how we redeemed it. It did redeem.
We did redeem it because there was one lady who was there that night who came to us and said, right, I do this for a living. I'm going to do it for nothing other than drinks. And she was phenomenal. And not only her, there was a chap well known, and I can't say his name. The community pulled together and made it a phenomenal night. So hats off to the community for pulling us out of a sticky situation. It was, and not the sticky situation you want. It was a very, very, kind of,
I've heard of
very steep learning curve.
I've heard of getting catfished
Definitely.
Catfished as a fab meet, but I've never heard anyone getting catfished by a stripper.
Definitely. We got catfished as strippers well and truly. And the funny thing is, when we'd done Pandora's, we excelled with that, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had tiny wither balloons, and we had the wonderful pole dancer that the PDI Lifestyle people had put us in touch with, and they were amazing, absolutely amazing. So we were just like, oh my God, thank God it wasn't the first time we booked anybody like that. Otherwise, I think we would have just crawled into a hole.
I hope you fed that back to the company.
Yeah,
to be honest, I think I did. Did you send them an email?
Yeah, I sent them 2 emails, but I got no response, no reply. So I just think we were a little bit scammed, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But you live and learn.
You do.
And we've definitely learned with that one. So
that reminds me of a quick story. I used to actually play when I was gigging. I used to play with a keyboard player who was also the entertainment agent. So he actually used to get, if he ever got complaints about the band, he used to get complaints about himself. I'm just wondering if those strippers were sitting there and actually got the email themselves and thought, oh, fuck.
Maybe they weren't as innocent as we thought, the poor things.
Yeah. If you think for them to do anything and they got paid quite well, I will say as well. We didn't skimp on payment. So they got paid quite well to not do anything other than turn up.
I was going to say, that's not a bad gig, is it, really? When they,
really, no, not really. But we just couldn't do it. To be honest, it wasn't, there was a bit of how they looked and things, but there was also a bit of, definitely the lady was on something, and I just couldn't allow that kind of stuff.
Yes, very much so. The behaviour was really off. Was very much off, wasn't it?
Well, you got through it. That's the thing. You got through it.
We did. And it's something to look back on, and thankfully we can laugh about it due to the community pulling together and absolutely making the night, to be honest, better than it could have been if we'd have had the people that we paid for, because it was just a laugh. It was brilliant. It was absolutely fantastic. So learning curve, lesson learned.
I know, but doesn't it just go to show?
And we're there again on what date, Sarah?
We're at
the end of April, so 25th of April. We're there with Spring Break. Amazing people, amazing club, but the thing what makes it amazing, yes, it's amazingly clean, the facilities are epic and everything, but the thing which makes that club is Connor and Debs. They are just the soul of that place, and I think they go to prove that the people are really the heart of this lifestyle, this community, these clubs. You can put anything you want in, but if you don't have the right people running it, you just don't have the right club, and it's as simple as that, really.
That's so true.
It is very true, my lovely. Very true.
And
which is why your club's going to be amazing.
Yay!
The check is in the post. We are so excited.
I've never searched for as many men, and we do have some interesting scenarios that we play out, don't we? Sometimes, Sarah. But I've never searched for as many men in the hunt guest list for the future hotwives. Nice.
I mean, we couldn't not have the top guys, could we? Not come to our club and do an event. We had to get you guys on board.
You were literally, literally like the first names that we wanted to have hosting.
I think I was hounding Wilma even before we were signing for the club, saying you will come, won't you? You will do an event, won't you?
And this is the actual truth. This is the actual truth. When we even just turned up and looked at that club, looked at the venue, we both looked, because obviously they've got a very, very nice nightclub next door. And we were looking at it and we were going, this is Wilma's bag.
We said, you know who would love this, don't you?
We both looked at each other and went, you know who would love this?
Aww.
We did. You were literally on our mind.
Could go and have a dance after.
You can.
I don't think I'll be going. I don't think I'll be going to 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure.
5:30. 5:30.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. Oh gosh!
Yeah.
You could do V2V, you could go to Labyrinth, and then you could have a McDonald's breakfast, literally all in one go.
I'd be up for the breakfast. I'd definitely be up for the breakfast.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm with you there, Wilma. Definitely.
We have said we are going to do it one time where when V2V closes at 2 a.m, we are all going to pile in next door and go and have a damn good party at the Labyrinth.
Oh, absolutely. That would be fantastic. Oh, I thought you were going to say McDonald's. Were you on about... I thought you were going to...
No, we can do that too. No, we can do that too.
McDonald's is good. Well, we could go for like a quarter pounder at 2 and then a breakfast at 6.
Oh, I like that. Let's do that. And a bit of dancing in between.
Yeah.
So I have to ask then, so what made you want to do a Hot Wives event?
I'll let you...
know whose idea it was?
Yeah, go on.
It was Fred's.
Yep.
Really?
It was Fred's. And I think in part because there's no secret of the Fred, he does like the Hot Wife concept and Hot Wife play. He's a bit of a voyeur for stuff like that. So I think it might have been quite a selfish way of doing it. He was not here to defend himself. So yeah, it was his idea, but I think potentially a little bit of maybe a let's see who's about idea with things. But it's given us free rein to search for men. So
yeah.
Something I'm not complaining about necessarily.
I think Hot Wives nights are some of the fun nights you can ever attend. Because like you said, you've got the whole voyeur thing of it. I think they're a lot of fun overall, if you've got the right people.
Yeah.
I think as well, and I think me and Sarah can probably say, and I know you have said it doesn't necessarily need to be, people get bogged down by feeling that the dynamic of a night dictates how you behave. I've been to several, and I would say only ever once have we only played with a single guy.
Yeah.
Majority of which have been couple played. So I think people think, oh my God, I don't want to go to one because I don't want to play with guys. Well, you get predominantly couples going, so don't worry if it's not your dynamic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just that there's that extra option there kind of thing.
Yeah, and
absolutely, and I think I'm kind of an example of that because it wasn't until recently, and we've been in the lifestyle for 14 years now, so a long time, and we've never sort of chosen the hot wife kind of dynamic before for a few reasons, but recently we've attended a few and I've realised it's actually not just about the women, although it is about the women at the same time. But you can have couple play, you can have single men play. That there's all the dynamics are still there. So don't get too worried about the title of a hot wife event. It's there for that element as well, but there's also other elements. Remember, your play is your play. However, whatever the night is. So yeah, I'd encourage everyone and anyone to come along. I think it's great for highlighting amazing and spectacular single guys. I think it's brilliant for the single females to come along with as well. I think it's brilliant for couples, for every dynamic within a couple. I just think it's a night where everybody can have completely liberated fun. So don't get bogged down by the title. Come along for the company, come along for the club, come along for the club's owners who are running a fantastic new premises, which I think we all need to see, all need to support and all need to get behind. So yeah, absolutely come along. Indulgence.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah, I think it's single friendly, really single friendly night, and that's probably the biggest premise.
Yeah.
Unlike maybe other ones, is that you need the singles there, you want the singles there.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. And I think because we've always hosted, we obviously have hosted Vegas Vixens for what, 4 years? No, 3 years now?
3 years.
3 years we've done Vegas Vixens. But I think, the majority of our nights have always been couples. So I think it's really nice to see some of the singles come in from other areas into the club.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%, and I think they can sometimes get a little bit overlooked sometimes or pushed aside, especially single males a little while. So I think it's great that we're you guys do it and we're opening this night, and people are starting to envisage that, the whole community is full of so many different dynamics and we're moving with the time. So let's encourage and welcome everybody into it. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And to also mix the crowds up, like we had Bob the Kilt from Purple Mamba. He came and visited the club last weekend, didn't he?
Thursday.
He's just brilliant.
He came to the social,
brilliant.
Didn't he? Bless him.
Absolutely brilliant. And I mean, I was saying, we were saying to him that our first opening weekend, I spent 10 minutes going to people, you've got to visit Purple Mamba. It's brilliant. It's really beautiful club. And these people who visited our club for the first time, and I'm telling them to go to Purple Mamba. But I think that's the beautiful thing about this community is not all the clubs, but the majority of the clubs are really all together and about the community, like Mirage. We've had messages from Connor wishing us all the best and everything and good luck, and we're still promoting Mirage, we're still promoting Purple Mamba, and I think that it goes to show the pedigree of the people,
the community.
Yeah,
the community though is like Bob the Kilt. I met him the first time at what was previously Unseen Lounge social camping event.
Really?
And he was in the tent next to ours. Yeah. So he was in the tent next to ours. The very first social we ever attended was a Nottingham one, was Unseen Lounge. And then our friends were continuing to go to them. So we went to that. And it was that then gave us the idea for Camp Vegas. So it's kind of like everything just feeds off each other. And I've met him a couple of times at Purple Mamba since. Yeah. So it's just nice, really. I always talk about a little family tree, and I always think that it is, really.
I did.
A kind of weird family tree.
A weird family tree, yeah. But I always think of it that, clubs shouldn't be in competition with each other because not every club is for every person. So
absolutely,
you've got like this variety of places that will suit all needs in one way or another.
Absolutely. And instead of gatekeeping, just open the floodgates instead. As soon as you start gatekeeping, I think you isolate yourself and you don't become part of a community, you just become insular.
Yeah,
that's so true.
But keeping a collaborative approach is the way forward with anything in life. As soon as we start holding on to things and not sharing and doing all that, we become very insular, very, very isolated. And that isn't what the ethos of this community is about. So I think it's amazing to see clubs collaborating. It's also from event hosts. We spread the word about other event hosts. We champion them, both myself and Wilma. We say, go to these events. They're brilliant hosts, great events, go to them. But if we become insular in ourselves, I think we're only doing ourselves damage. I don't think it's any way of promoting yourself whatsoever.
I totally agree.
We've done 5. I think we've done 5 venues now.
I think we have, yeah. I think it's 5.
You're like a proper multi-venue host now. This is like...
Definitely. I'm going to do a little plug. I hope you don't mind. I've got a social this Saturday coming. So if this comes out Friday, my social in Stafford this Saturday coming.
And
Saturday the 28th. So anyone who wants to come, drop me a message.
The name of your social for all our listeners is
Liberated Voice.
Liberated Voice, and
so that's my little plug out of the way. I'll go.
How would they contact you? How would they contact you, Wilma?
On Fab Swingers as Liberated Voice, and also on Swing Up is the same.
There you go. So if you want to find out what this is all about with no pressure, no expectations, because a social is just a social, there you go. Get on Fab Liberated Voice.
We can highly recommend this social as we have attended
Absolutely.
A couple of them. They are brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
They're fabulous.
So much fun.
You need to make it up to Leeds at some point.
I know.
You do.
Sarah tends to sell out in about 2 minutes. You have to get in quick.
Yeah, but for May, we put May's one on. And within 5 days, we sold out and there's 250 people coming to Leeds. So I'm very proud of that because within a short space of time, we seem to have really sort of created a little family. And I love that. I love that more than anything.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That is amazing, darling.
And also as well, the people that follow you guys around, and this is what I think you should be really proud of, is they're all really, really beautiful, and I mean beautiful inside as well as outside.
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful people, and just lovely people that from a large spectrum of ages, like you say, different dynamics and all sorts, singles, couples, but they're just beautiful people that you enjoy being in their company, and I think that's what you guys should be really proud of what you've achieved.
Oh, thank you. That really does mean more than anything that you think that, because that is, I think, what both myself and Wilma really aim for, is that we're exceptionally inclusive of all walks of life, and I 100%. Think it's needed more than ever with the times we're facing out of the lifestyle. I think it's more than ever needed a little escapism to come away, enjoy yourself, and be with people you can trust, you can talk to deeply if you need to, and I think this lifestyle offers all of that and more.
Yeah. Our vet socials vary from probably about 25, definitely mine, to up to 70.
Yeah.
And I've seen a huge variety at yours as well. Every sexuality, every race, we've had TVs attend, or cross-dressers, however you feel it's more appropriate to discuss, attend, and everybody is welcome, every dynamic. It's about, don't restrict on anything. Literally, we don't restrict with anything. People will ask, what's the kind of the common age group, common kind of things, and you can ask those bits and pieces, but no, generally anyone can attend.
Yeah.
It is awesome. And this is the reason why we really wanted you guys to host at the V2V Club, because of your ethos with the whole, the whole community and everything, but also you two are the most beautiful women that you could ever wish to meet. We have been so lucky to have been able to spend quality time with both of you, either at the dinner party or at Camp Vegas, and we just
let's not discuss the dinner party.
That was a classic, Wilma. Absolute classic.
Jim the legend at the dinner party.
Oh my god, it's one we don't really listen to. I listened to it once.
We don't. No, I don't really listen to it. No.
Honestly, it was brilliant. It was priceless. It was the best. I've never laughed so much in my entire life.
Oh my days. If anybody wants a quick snapshot, Jim ended up quite naked, being a butler and a little bit drunk.
A little.
You just saved somebody an hour of listening.
I have, yeah. That's it. Snapshot done.
The abridged version.
I don't even tell people that number. If people ask which ones you've been on, don't know the number, please don't tell me. I choose to forget. You're just like, oh my god. And it was my idea.
I think the actual comedy line, though, I'm a huge fan of like classic comedy, and you can have your Only Fools and Horses, and you can have whatever, you can have all these different comedies, you can have League of Gentlemen, all these different genres of comedies, but the best comedy line I have ever heard, ever, anywhere, was Fred saying to James when Jim was kind of like muttering it kind of towards the end of the podcast, and Jim kind of just muttered this inaudible blur. And Fred was like, that's absolutely, very, very well spoken, James, very well spoken.
Yeah. Oh dear, that's my husband, everybody. If you want to know, he's amazing.
Yeah, but he's beautiful. He's a beautiful person, and he's just great.
He's a legend.
No, but you guys have given us so much entertainment, and not only that, the support that you guys have given V2V as well is just, that it really, really means the world to us, which is again why, the fact that we've got our own club now, it is fitting that you guys are part of it.
We wanted to share it with you guys as hosts, so that's it. It's like, it's not something that is like our club and that's it. We wanted to share it with the community. That's what it's all about. I think we have Roger and the Cabin Girl, and Roger, it's his saying that he says, if you've got a scare electrics, it's no fun playing with it on your own.
No.
And it is so true. It's the same.
Saying. It's a good saying.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant because it's not without everybody there. It's just boring. It's just a building, and
exactly.
It's no fun at all. So the first thing we wanted to do.
Wonderful. Well, we can't wait. We're very excited, and I'm going to keep plugging away. And anyone who wants to get in touch, I'm going to do our little plug now. Obviously, it's on your website.
Yeah.
You can email the website link there.
That's V2V, number 2, V2V.uk. V2V.uk. Yeah. It's dead simple. Go on there. Indulge yourselves.
And remind everybody of the date, guys. What date is it?
The 3rd of
Friday,
April.
the 3rd of April, the Bank Holiday Friday, Good Friday.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Easter, you know what I mean? Ship the kids off to the grandparents or babysitters.
Load them up with Easter eggs.
Yeah, load them up with Easter eggs, send them off.
Absolutely.
And indulge yourself.
And I could honestly say, if you've never been to a Hot Wife's event before, as somebody who is recently into this dynamic, come along. Just come along and have a look, because you couldn't be in safer hands. Myself, Wilma, everybody else, we will look after you endlessly. So whether you're seasoned or not, just please come along and enjoy the club for what it is. Come and meet ourselves and enjoy the night for what it's going to be, because it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So come along.
And we have got the man who... We've had lots and lots of messages, who has the sexiest accent of everybody that we've ever had on. Fred has the sexiest accent. He's been nominated as the sexiest accent on Vanilla to Vixen.
Absolutely. Wilma, you need to tell him I'm still waiting for my bedtime story he promised me.
I'll get him to send you one. He's just stared me from the door a minute ago because he's waiting for his tea.
Oh, bless.
We will let you guys go, but thank you so much for coming on and telling us about the event. And obviously, we'll be there, obviously.
Yes.
And
I hope so.
we can't wait. That's our Easter. That is. It's going to make our Easter. We cannot wait.
Amazing.
Excellent. Lovely. Well, thank you for having us on.
Thank
you for having us, guys.
We love you to bits.
Take care. Aren't they just beautiful? The beautiful Wilma and Sarah.
We love those girls.
And from two very hot wives to another hot lady here in the studio.
Turn the heating down.
I told you, you should wear all that leather and...
Hey, listen, right. So, where were we? So, where have I... the V2V Club. You had to go on a recce, didn't I, and suss it out.
You did.
You did. You came along to our social.
So I came along on a Thursday night and got no expectations whatsoever. And I was quite surprised, actually, to say the least. The weather was bloody atrocious outside. Do you remember? It was sideways. It was raining.
It was, absolutely. We've had a lot of raining in Nuneaton.
And I think it's also... interesting as well, Tina, because you are the first T-Girl that came on a social.
Yeah. I suppose so. I walked in, do you know what? Everyone was like, hey, it's Tina.
Yeah.
Followed by, we're playing your set list. I'm like,
that's true.
Yeah. We did.
We love that.
I did.
I think music does lift a mood. So, the club. First impressions. Where do we start?
Are you feeling nervous, Mr. Ann? I'm feeling a little bit nervous.
Right, okay, so here's the TripAdvisor walkthrough for the club. Okay, so the entrance, being a social, quite nice because you can just ring the doorbell. So you haven't got sort of, how can you put it, having to queue outside or anything stupid like that. So the doorbell system works on the social.
We had to get rid of the queues. The queues.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we used to do our old events,
I had to work that queue.
I know you did.
You did. You used to keep everybody.
But you've got that entrance thing really easy now, so people can literally just go online.
Yeah.
And I actually bought a ticket, and I was like, oh, that easy? That's actually really handy, and it's not too obvious as to what it is, which is handy as well, because you've got to remember that a lot of us, the naughty hobby is a secret hobby.
It is.
And not something to go blazing across your bank account.
Yes.
So that was quite helpful as well. Entrance fine. Bar prices, stunned. Absolutely stunning.
I don't see the point of rinsing people at the bar, which a lot of people, it happens, doesn't it? When you, especially wedding venues, you go to wedding venues, you're absolutely rinsed.
I drink Guinness Zero, and it's a bit like if you go to certain cities, you look at the price of certain things like noodle bars, and you judge the price of a city on the price of basic commodities, right? And the price for, a baby Guinness, for a Guinness Zero, I thought that price was bloody cheap compared to what I pay elsewhere.
That's what we like.
So for non-alcoholic drinks, and I'll just mention, by the way, it's not one of those bars that's literally loaded with, you're having this, you're having this, you're having this. You've got a really good range for drivers.
Yes.
And that's really, really encouraging.
And coffee.
And coffee. Have you worked out how to use the machine yet?
Oh, why did you have to go and spoil it?
We leave that for the gorgeous Mr. Curious Dubster, because he's the only one that knows how to use it.
Yeah, but you've also got different milk as well.
Yes.
I mean, oat milk is big business and lactose free these days, which is cool.
Yeah.
And it's in date and it's not gone off.
I would like to think that we have thought very carefully about the bar, haven't we? I mean, we have to thank the gorgeous Mr. Saucy, because he did lend us a helping hand, didn't he?
I'm going to call them the Lambrini girls.
Oh, absolutely.
Our beautiful Lambrini girls who are just amazing, and they have literally come in and really offered immense help.
Yes.
So thank you Tina for
I like the lighting in that area as well. It's not like a dark, dingy bar. It's well lit, but at the same time, it's not like you're under a spotlight. And the ambience in that area is fantastic. It's a very big social space, and it's the sort of place where you can spread out against the side of the bar, because it is about 3 miles long.
It is. It's huge.
But it makes a nice hub.
Yeah.
I like the chairs at the front as well. So you've got a nice little corner there where you can sit down and have a natter. You've got tables and chairs around the place, but it doesn't feel like you're in a doctor's waiting room or something like that. It's spread out in a really tasteful manner.
We really nearly cut the bar down, but then we realised that everybody likes standing at the bar.
Yeah, but it's a great place to have a chat.
Yeah.
But you're not blocking anyone else for drinks because it's 3 miles long.
No, you're not. And also, I think back to another club, just mentioning Pandora's. The hub of their club is their bar. And it's this massive, big oval bar. And you can literally, have a conversation without cock blocking a bar by sort of ordering 3 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, please. I said 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, please. You don't have to worry about that because there's enough space to do it.
Yeah.
And so that dynamic, on some cases, people would be thinking, oh, I don't like the sound of that. But in actual fact, it's really nice. Playrooms. Oof, God. When we party, I'm going to have to use the Paris room.
It's a little bit sexy, that room.
It's very nice. I do love the raised bed at the top.
Originally, we did have feedback on the playrooms about the mattresses.
Yes, we did.
Yes, they were crap.
Yeah.
They were a bit crap.
They're not the best.
I have bounce tested one, and I thoroughly recommend them now.
We've upgraded.
Yes.
So we've upgraded the mattresses from the first weekend because they were too soft.
Far too soft.
They were a little bit springy.
So now they're a bit harder.
Yeah, well, they've got to be harder because you need traction, baby. I mean, let's not beat about the bush. 3 things that really turn people off. Number 1, dodgy mattresses. Number 2, how can you put it? Miles and miles of bloody vinyl.
Yeah.
Because you end up with sweaty body.
Yes.
Yeah.
And number 3, the parting of the waves.
Yes.
There is nothing worse than you're in the middle of mid-bonk and all of a sudden she's disappeared down the crack. Right? Now, I've been to some clubs in my time and that's happened to me. Right?
Yeah, that's legendary.
Yeah, right. So you've addressed those things rather well, and I also like the fact that you've put little locks on the doors. Now they're not
some of the doors.
Yeah. You've got some lockable play areas now, which is nice. So you've got that degree of modesty if you are a couple and you want to go off and do something. and you don't want to be interrupted.
Or even two singles. Sometimes you get singles and you don't want to be suddenly breached, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, I take the attic, for example. Now, that ties me in rather nicely, but we'll deal with that one in a minute. But the rest of the club, music level, ambience, I like that. The toilets are to die for. And if you're a T-girl and you want to do makeup, they've got good lighting. Oh, bliss. Honestly, you can actually see your face when you're applying cement. Fantastic. That's really good. The toilets are spotless, and they're so well appointed as well.
We really did think, because obviously we were aware that we are on, in a shopping centre, so to speak. We're on the edge of a shopping centre, and so we wanted. It was really, really important to us, because we got T-girls in mind, as well as our fancy dress parties, that you might not want to walk down the street dressed as an ice cream cone. If you come to one of the fancy dress, some things.
Or a member of the Flintstones.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you might not want to come dressed as, Frankenfurter.
But there's space to transform there.
Exactly.
Without, how can you put it, being shoved in the corner.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's really important.
We do have quite a good sized locker area, I think, don't we?
The locker changing area is fantastic for that.
Yeah.
There's lots of space there, and it's not like one particular venue, mentioning no names, where the moment you get in there, you've been given locker number 47, and all of a sudden, the moment you put your key in the lock, 48's there, 46 is there, 33's above you, 29's below you, and it's literally like, great, thanks. I want to get some stuff out of my bag, and now I've got people breathing. You're going to be long, love. Hurry up. Let me go get my dildo. Right. I mean, I've just or the classic one that you get these days in shops. Excuse me, as they're walking through you.
Yeah.
Or they say sorry as they slam the other door on the fridge straight into your hand, and you're like left there. But that's what happens.
I know.
But you've got space there.
Yeah.
And because you are working on this whole thing of trust with keys and saying, look, you're members, okay, you've paid your entrance, have a locker. You don't need a deposit for a locker, but just don't fucking lose the key.
Yeah.
So people can pick their space.
Yeah.
Do you know, I never actually thought about that.
I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, it's quite interesting.
I never actually thought about that, Tina.
You can choose where you go.
It was about obliterating the queues. Yeah. But I never actually realised that if there's 10 people in there, you can still go to the other side of the locker room and just pick another locker where you're not in the corner, so to speak.
Well, you see, that's like we have at the attic. Ba-boom, tish. Cue the
We'll
attic.
come to that, yeah.
We'll come to a lot of things. But no, so from that point of view, from a social point of view, I thought the event was nice. The people that were there, predominantly what I would call mainstream, nice swingers.
Some real newbies.
Some guys that were there, single guys that obviously are not interested in the dynamic that I lead, but they were so welcoming and so inclusive.
And they were interested, they wanted to meet you, and this is the thing, we got the right sort of people there.
Yes.
Your bar staff that night were awesome. I'm not, and we even got bar staff in the buff. They were testing out outfits.
We can't get them. They
won't keep the flipping clothes on, will they? Honestly,
bloody travesty.
The boys.
What a travesty! They're all straight. Honestly, it was porn for me.
They
know who they are, and they are listening. So
we had got to get ourselves ready.
Look, don't touch Tina. Honestly, it's worse than Pornhub. No, it's really good. I thought that was lovely.
Thank you.
The fact that they and it was totally unscripted, totally unprompted, and it just adds a little bit of fun to it. There was some truly amazing, beautiful people, and there was a couple there that I met that I knew from years ago on the scene.
Really?
And they're literally like, "Fucking hell, Tina, what are you doing in here?" And I'm like, I'm on day release. And they were like, "Oh, it's lovely to see you." But you see, that's the thing with and it goes back to what we've said about it's a community, and it's friendships, and it's people that you may not have met for ages.
And it's also a bit with, like Sarah was just saying, about it being an all-inclusive.
This is it. It's all welcoming, and we're talking about other clubs, and we're talking about everything within the community. It's not closed gates. It's open gates to everyone.
Yeah,
and that's what it's all about for us.
It is. You also forgot, what was the other little thing that we had that night? I believe you shared some with me.
I've got absolutely no.
She does this to me. She'll say,
"We're not talking about pens, are we? We're not talking about sweeties."
No.
She does this to me.
What was it?
She does this to me. I never know what she's talking about.
Fucking talk about chucking a curveball in.
I know.
I like to keep you on your toes. We had pizza.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Didn't we?
No, thank you. Yeah. That pizza was bloody gorgeous. Knocks the spots off Dom. Don't say that word.
No, that's that sponsorship.
They came from the lovely Mr. Rooster.
Yeah, Mr. Rooster's cool.
He just does really good pizzas. Yeah. And in fact,
is that the one that's on the front?
Yeah.
And
he delivers.
Yeah. Because that's one that I used to use donkeys years ago. It's been there for decades.
They do all sorts. I mean, what did you have? I think you had burgers, didn't you? Did you have burger and chips?
I think I went burgers that night.
Are we talking about swinging here, or are we talking about bloody food?
Well, it goes hand in hand.
Okay, right, you've done enough of that hard sell now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, if you want to go for a night out, and it's coming from me, I would say the Thursday night social there is equally as good as another social that's been hosted in a club locally. So if you want a bit of variety, give it a try.
Bless you.
And I think it's a great opener for newbies and people that are curious about the scene.
But I know
you're the same prices now.
And in all seriousness, when we came to you and said, "Would you do your parties here?" I knew that you would do a proper recce on that place, and I know that if you didn't feel it was 100% safe for your T-Girl friends and your community,
we have to think about that.
Yes, absolutely.
I know
it's
that.
exactly the right location. It's discreet enough. It's safe enough, and I can say hand on heart with the crew that I know, we would feel totally safe going there, going home, parking up. Everything is just exactly what we need.
And that means a lot. That does mean a lot, because I know.
And you know the pub on the corner, the Silk Mill?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Betty Bangs normally does her drag night in there as well.
Really?
Yeah.
She's doing Pride.
Yeah, Betty Bangs. She's moved locations, but I used to go and see her at the Silk Mill.
Really?
Yeah. Betty's lovely. She's a great drag queen in the area.
That's cool.
Oh, we need to meet Betty.
We need to meet Betty.
Yeah, so there's validation from the community, because you're actually in quite an inclusive area there.
That's cool.
And you didn't even know it.
No.
Bum tish.
So you just happened to mention this little tiny party at the attic.
Yeah, we had over 200 people there.
By two.
Wow.
By two.
So it's the second time we did the attic. I contacted Ron, and on the strength of the last one we did last November, they were saying, "Oh, come back, when are you coming back?" And so we deliberately made sure that we didn't clash with any other events that were going on for our community. And we picked last Saturday, and I was absolutely blown away by the support. And we had people travelling from Southampton, we had people coming from Beamish.
That's amazing.
But this is the thing, if you have got an event that is just amazing, people will travel for it.
And there's good hotels.
Yes.
There's good hotels there.
Yeah. I mean, the hotel that me and Chloe use is to be honest, it was cheap as chips. It's spotlessly clean. And it's quite funny, because when you tell people where you are, it's one of those hotels that And it's a post that came up the other day, actually, on the internet. You only use the room for 15 minutes type thing. And we were sitting in reception at 4 o'clock in the morning, stuffing our faces on pizza with a couple of tins of beer, and we were watching the coming to going. It was hilarious. I know that's that. But needless to say, going back to the party itself, we had no trouble, no drama.
Brilliant.
Which is beautiful. Yeah. We had people that were not aligned to our direction in the bedroom. They loved it. They said it was the best night they'd been to for such a long time.
Yeah.
The community, the atmosphere, because the attic is so big, people could go off and do what they want to do. And as I say, Ron and the whole team were fantastic. And I don't want to name people because they were all beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
And they're so cohesive with each other and so authentic and so sort of attentive with what's going on. It was just absolutely lovely. So me, as I say, by two is Tina, the old queen, Chloe, otherwise known as Glam Girl 1 on Fab, and Queen of Hearts, a lovely lady called Hayley. And we sort of mucked around and been around on the scene for so many years now. And it's just lovely to see how we're now, well into the second year of breaking the boundaries and doing club nights on a Saturday in mainstream swingers clubs.
No, it's
and
brilliant.
Selected Fridays.
So brilliant.
I had a little giggle when I'd met this lady. She's the same age as me, and we met each other quite a few years ago, and we'd gone into one of the corridors at the attic, and we were just walking down, sort of just chatting and stuff like that. Quote of the evening: it's early on. Behind a closed playroom door comes a long moan and a gasp. My reply to that: I looked at this beautiful lady called Sarah Jane, and I turned around and went, my work here is done. First orgasm of the evening, it's not even 9 o'clock. That's when you know you're on for a good night.
The absolute sign of a good host.
Yeah.
And there was another particular lady that I used to know when she was very early on in her journey. And she's made the journey and the decision to, completely transform herself and become the true self she really was. And she messaged me out of the blue and says, I think I might come to your party. The last time I saw her was 2019.
Wow.
And she turned up and we were like old friends that we'd never really parted from.
Yeah. Carried
on that conversation like we said to before about real core friends that, doesn't matter if you're not talking to them every 5 minutes. Oh, we had a wild night. It was hilarious. Some of the stuff, butter wouldn't bloody melt. Yeah, right. I was really good. I was really well behaved. I saved that till Sunday night. And I had some on Friday. So that was fine. But, it was just lovely to see people.
Yeah.
And there were some amazing couples, straight couples that I know who came along as allies because they knew it was going to be a great night.
Yeah.
And they were like, fantastic. So that was that. So that was the attic. And, generally it was a nice sort of warm, mushy feeling afterwards of going, yes, we did this one right, which was lovely.
That's brilliant.
And that brings us on to the next gig. So
By two's travelling across the country.
Well, it's not that far, is it? It's only down the M1 and the 69.
It's a long way for some people. If you're in an electric Tesla, you'll be sweating doing that journey. If you're in one of the new Capris,
you'll get shot.
Yes, you would.
You will get lambasted. You will get absolutely beasted.
You would, yes, you would. It's a fridge with wheels on it. Let's not talk about that.
But no, joking apart. So obviously we did that. We haven't set another date yet for the attic because we've got a few things in the pipeline. And then from a personal point of view, I'm off for a naughty weekend in a very sort of salubrious location. beautiful mansion with some friends. And then I've got Brighton Pride.
Okay.
I've got Leicester Pride. We've got Nuneaton Pride.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's a few other events that people have sort of said, you are coming, and it's like, oh Christ. You know.
Do we need to clone you?
No, don't. No. I've only got,
Like Dolly the sheep.
should we just keep it at 2 feet? So we've been granted an audience on Friday the 24th, and as it happens, a load of us are all going out to the Curve on the 10th for the Rocky Horror again.
That's cool.
So that's the outfit sorted.
Yeah.
I think you're going to get Frank and Tina. You're going to get Columbia Chloe
Brilliant.
and Magenta Haley as our hosts for our Friday night.
This is going to be epic.
Friday the 24th.
And I think we might even have Dr. Scott, which is Dr. Everett Scott, who is Chloe's significant other as well. Sorry, Hayley's significant other.
Brilliant.
So that should be good fun. And as I say, that evening to attend that one, we've got it really simple. If you just and you're a little bit concerned about membership things, and you're thinking, well, how do I get around this, and how many questions am I getting? Listen, guys, it's dead simple. Yeah. Okay, just click the button, apply for it as your chosen gender. If you've got any queries, click the email link and just drop an email in and ask. The amount of detail that's required is limited.
Yep.
It is not incredibly invasive. You're not going to get hit with hundreds of bloody emails and spam bots.
No.
Nothing like that at all. You've got it totally screwed down.
Yeah, we don't reply unless we absolutely need to. We don't obviously don't call anybody.
No.
It's literally really discreet, and that's it. You can get your membership sorted out. All you do is literally show your ID when you're inside the club. So on entrance, you just show your ID on entrance, and that's it. We have to have a database. The database is private and is not mentioned publicly anywhere.
And it's only purely there so you satisfy the requirements of the legislation.
Which keeps us all safe.
Yes.
Totally.
And that's what it's about. It's about keeping
Safety.
everyone safe. Yeah. It's about making sure that everybody is genuinely in the lifestyle, so to speak.
So, and tickets for that one are totally generic. So it's £20 per human.
Yeah.
£40 a couple. Simple.
Am I human? I'm not sure.
Yeah, but there's no bias towards against, for example, single gentlemen. There is much more of a desire for single gentlemen.
Exactly.
Especially if they curve the right way. But that doesn't stop us from also reminding you that anyone, whether you're an ally, whether you aren't interested in our bedroom habits, but you want to go for a good night out in a safe environment. Yeah. I quote Daniel Craig, and I quote a lot of the people that came on Saturday night who said it was the best night they'd been to for a party because, number one, the music was banging, the atmosphere was electric. Yeah. Nobody was hitting on people that were straight. They felt safe. Yeah. And there was no drama. And no, how can you put it? Aggression?
Yeah.
Or pressure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
You could step out of the real world for a few hours.
Escape into the land of the Rocky Horror.
Yeah, it's like going to a musical, isn't it?
It's like going into a time warp.
Oh, nicely done. Nicely
but
done.
But when you go to watch a musical at the theatre, you can forget about life for a few hours.
Like Kinky Boots.
I've not seen Kinky Boots.
Oh, I want to see Kinky Boots because Johannes is in it from Strictly.
Do you know what? He's a really good dancer.
Yeah.
Not bad for a singer either.
Do you know what the story's about? Kind of roughly, just a little bit.
The story is around a struggling shoe manufacturer who the family, it changes hands. It then lands in the hands of quite an inexperienced person who is really struggling, goes down to London to meet some of the wholesalers, and in the process sees a lady being attacked on the street by a bunch of lads taking the mickey, and he dives in there and ends up getting knocked out. The lady, Lola, is actually a bodybuilder, and he's stacked, so he rescues her. He rescues Lola, takes the gentleman back to her dressing room before she goes on show, and, you know, gives him a stiff vodka and sobers him up and stuff. He watches the show and he suddenly gets this moment of inspiration and suddenly thinks, hold on a minute,
I've got to see this. I've got to see it.
So there's a market here. This is a niche market and there's a demand for it.
Yeah.
And it goes through a lot of the trials and tribulations that people from my outlook on life have faced over the years, but it puts it into a palatable state for people to watch at the theatre. And going to the Curve that night, you know, I put on the best pair of kinky boots I've got. They were stunners. And the number of people that you would never dream of talking to came up to me and said, can I have a selfie? And I'm like, help yourself. And then, you know, one particular lady came up and she spoke to me about her particular children, and one of them is just going through a transition and trying to work their way through life. And Mum had got thousands of questions, and I was able to signpost her to my little website and say, have a look on some of these links here, because they're all community in this area.
And just remind us what your website is called.
This is shameless, isn't it?
Go on.
www.tinavonteese.com.
Thank you.
It also comes up near a certain burlesque performer as well, but if you search down you might find me. But no. So anyway, winding back, we've got Buy 2, 24th of April
at the
V2V Club. Doors are from 8 o'clock onwards, I believe.
Yes.
Until 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's correct.
If you are up for the weekend, because on the Saturday you've got your, as I say, Friday we can have our Frankenfurters.
Yeah.
And we can have, you know, our riffraffs.
Absolutely.
We can have our Janets and our Brads, however they care to present.
Yeah.
Columbias, Magentas, and Dr. Scott's. And on Saturday, because it's predominantly a couples night, your couples can be Janets and Brads.
They can.
Absolutely.
Slags. Yeah.
Damn it, Janet.
Damn it, Janet. Yeah. If you know that, if you go to the stage show, every time you mention Janet, it'll be slut, arsehole. Right. So you can do that for the straights on Saturday night. I say the straights predominantly. They can present however they want, and if they want to get in touch with their feminine side and become a bit of a Frankenfurter, they can do it in the safety of knowing they won't get the bones jumped.
You could do the whole weekend.
Absolutely could. I just have to mention, we were lucky enough to go and see the stage show, weren't we? Was it last year?
With Tina.
With Tina. Very kindly took us to go and see it. The guy that played Frankenfurter.
Oh, you were flicking
Stephen Webb.
Oh my God, that man is hot.
Oh, Stephen Webb is hot.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I know.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Is all I can say.
Jason Donovan's been doing it, but the other guy that's doing it this year as well, I mean, he's equally...
Yeah. I got quite distracted. Thought about buying you a corset, didn't we, darling?
Oh, dear.
And on that note...
Thank you so much for joining us and coming along and sharing the 24th and 25th.
Yes.
It's going to be freaking awesome. Honestly, it is one of my highlights this year. I cannot wait for Rocky Horror.
I think it's going to be really good.
I do too.
And it gives people the excuse to get dressed up in extremely crazy fancy dress, walk the streets, and nobody's going to bat an eyelid because it's all over the media.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're a little bit shy, we've got that massive area to get changed in. We've got car parking directly at the back of the club, as we've already mentioned.
Yes.
It's 100% safe. Come to V2V and meet the amazing Buy To crowd.
It's on Friday.
Amazing on Friday.
I mean, I don't know whether or not we get any dispensation. We might be allowed back on the Saturday.
Absolutely.
As long as we behave ourselves, I think.
Just remember, reception is 8 till 10, so we do close reception for entry at 10 p.m. and the night goes on till 2 a.m.
Yes.
Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my lovely.
Till next time.
Take care.
Goodbye.